Hi, welcome to the channel. This day we're going to discuss the 327 Federal Magnum. This one in particular is an LCR from Ruger. It's a fantastic gun. I've owned this for a couple of years now, and I have been shooting it quite a bit. This is my primary carry. I very rarely carry anything else since I've gotten this because of the extra capacity and the shootability of this nice little revolver. Now you see also a couple grips. Now I did use it quite a bit with the factory grip. This is a Hogue Tamer, okay, and it came on the gun. Beautiful grip. It minimizes the back pressure or the recoil on you. It has the rubberized backing, which is really nice. The problem for me on this one, and I used this for a long time trying to get used to it, but my fingers are a little fatter, and when I try to grip this, it's just a little uncomfortable to seat that in, especially on a draw. So finding that sweet spot was a little bit more difficult. So I was going to go, and I did. I purchased the next grip here, which is the Ruger custom grip. This is the boot grip, and it has the rubberized back, which is nice. And you can tell it's a little bit shorter than the Hogue Tamer grip. But the problem is, with my fatter fingers, I can't even get my two fingers on there. So where I could grip it easier and it set in my hand a little quicker, it just didn't have the gripability for a fighting revolver. And for me, fighting revolver is up close and personal. And this is why I carry a revolver. If I'm 20 feet, 30 feet from the shooter, I might find shelter as opposed to doing a shootout with that individual. So anyway, what I did settle on is the Pachmayr. Now this is the Guardian grip. Now this is cool because it can hide in your shirt really easy, but as soon as you grab it, even with the lightest pressure, this pressure here flips that down. Now this is a very solid piece, and what it does is it allows my hand to grip a full 3-finger grip. Now what that does, besides minimizing the recoil on it, it also has it so I can set it, this is again empty, you can see. It minimizes the twist on impact. If I'm grabbing it and I'm shooting off rapid fire, the pull of the trigger could tend to bring it over to the side. By having that third finger on there, it minimizes that reaction. It also gives me a more stable grip on both hands, and it allows me to put my thumb on the side. Okay, so now I can minimize that twist to the side, and I can also minimize the recoil. Now what I did was I went out to do a range. My friend called me up, and I don't have this ability at my range. I have the steel targets and paper targets, of course, but he had the pin shoot. Now on the pin shoot, it was for time and it was for accuracy. We were shooting at about 50 feet, which is quite a distance. And this, I actually won my first match with it. The first time I shot the pins, I was winning because I had this grip, I had the stable shot. My next shot, my follow-up shot was very accurate. And again, I won the first one. I almost came in on the second one also, but someone with a 9mm semi-automatic with a red dot on it took me out on that one. But my shooting was so much more accurate because of that handle, that grip, the Pachmayr Guardian. Now, I keep it extended because as I wear it in the in-waistband, my belt line is coming about where my fingers are. This is tucked in. You don't see that as much. This is hidden because where the shirt rubs on it, you can't really see it as much as the Hogue was extremely fat. As you can see, the travel distance, the width of them, the Hogue is substantially thicker and chunkier. So it printed a little bit more than this. And if I do wear a very thin t-shirt, like one of those new breathing factor t-shirts, you can just wear it in. As soon as you grab it, as soon as you grip this, it comes right out. And again, it's solid and it's right there. As a matter of fact, as soon as I go to draw it, it's in my finger, so I don't have to go waiting for this thing to come back out and extend it for a good grip. Now the texture on here felt good in my hand. It also let me wrap my hand around it because of the thinness compared to the Hogue in particular. It let my fingers wrap around a little bit more secure. Now, you know from my past videos that I'm a martial artist. I like fighting with the firearm that I'm going to be carrying. I like fighting with them in close and personal. So I'll do one-on-one, I'll do surprise, I'll do 2-on-1, 3-on-1. We've got up to 5-on-1, and trying to work the dynamics of a group attack on me with my firearm. And of course, the people that were working with me, they also train the same way. Now, I haven't put a new sight on this because for me, this white ramp that came stock on this particular version works just fine. But I might try a low light version, see what that does for me. But since I was shooting at 50 feet, on bowling pins, and I was very accurate, very fast because it was a timed event as well as a number. You could only max out at 12 shots. So in this particular version, I had the 6th shot of the 327 Federal Magnum, and I also had the speed strips. So I got through the first round through all the ammunition in the cylinder, and then I needed to go to my speed strip. But I still won the match because the speed strip worked out fine for me. So let me just show you the speed strips. We're going to have 2 sets of ammunition. The round of ammunition that I won that first round and came very close to winning the second round is the Federal. This is the Hydroshock version. It's an 85 grain bullet. It's traveling. If you watch Tools and Targets channel, I didn't do the jelly shots or the chronographs, but he's clocking this in at just over 1200 from a 2-inch barrel. So these worked just fine. The recoil's pretty low on these. As he shot them through the chronograph, he was getting just over 1200, like 1218 to 1228 or something like that. And the flowering was just amazing. The expansion on these were fantastic, fully deployed through gel and also through the denim. So that was a very nice load to shoot, lower recoil than what I was carrying, and I still will continue to carry, because if you're going to carry this for hand-to-hand combat and living, this is what's going to be the up close and personal. This is the Federal Gold Dot. This is a 100 grain bullet, and this is traveling, if you watch Gun Sam, he chronographed these just over 1400. So that's substantially more powerful, a little more recoil that I felt using the Hydroshocks. I have yet to fire them with a Packmeyer to see if it stung. By the way, these did not feel at all bad. I have a lightweight Smith & Wesson that I shoot the 38 and 38 plus P in, and the 38 has a heck of a lot more kick and sting than this with the Packmeyer grips on with the 327, and substantially more power. Now these Gold Dots, these give a kick. Now I never felt the recoil that bad with these Hogue Tamer grips, probably hence the name, But these are remarkably powerful and accurate. But I never shot at the 50 feet. I was shooting at about 7 yards, which is about 21 feet. I got out to about maybe 9 yards, 10 yards, which is about 30 feet. But the 50 feet, these were right on the money. I'd love to see how these do as well. And if I get the invite to go out and do that pin shoot again, I will be taking these along with me. Now, I always train and practice with my carry ammo. I know it's expensive, I know it sounds foolish, but I do like to know what's going to go on if I need to use these, how it's going to feel, how the recoil is going to be, how this follow-up shot's going to be, what the flash is, what the sound level is. All of these type of things are very important. You don't want to be shocked or surprised when you're already surprised with an attack. So that's my use of the 327 Federal Magnum in my LCR by Ruger. These are the hand grips I use. This boot grip, I think I might sell that on eBay. I don't think I'll ever use that one again. The Hogue Tamer grip, I might keep around just as a spare, but this Packmeyer, if this ever goes south, I'm going to definitely buy another one. And here's a thought for you too. When you're gripping onto this, when you're in close and you're pushing this against someone's belly, you need a full grip around the gun. If your pinky's off on the bottom here and you've got this and it's being bent up out of your hand because the guy jumped up or what happened, you push down on the person's belly and this releases, then you're losing the gun. So the extra grip on there will allow those 3 fingers to stop that from happening a little bit more and give me a little bit more firm grip for the fighting, the in-close fighting, in case I can't pull one off or I've gone through the 6 shots with the multiple opponents. That's a highly unlikely scenario from what I've gathered from my fighting with it. And I might video that. I videoed it in the past and put it on the channel here so you can see how that works out. But this is a terrific grip, the Packmeyer, and both of these ammunitions, the Gold Dot and the Hydra-Shock by Federal, are remarkable rounds, much more powerful than 38, even plus P. And I do fire 357s quite a bit, and this is substantially less shock on both of these and recoil compared to the 357 Magnums, even full steel guns. Now on the Chiappa Rhino that you'll also find on this channel, that has much better recoil with a 357 than my typical 357 Magnums, but this has very manageable. It's almost akin to the Chiappa Rhino, although the Chiappa goes, the recoil is straight back compared to flipping type of an action. But again, this Packmeyer grip has calmed it down quite a bit, and I'm quite happy with the purchase. And again, as I said, I would do it again. So that's just a take on the fighting revolver type of an action and the accuracy and the benefits of having the Packmeyer grip in conjunction with this Federal Magnum, the HST, not the HST, excuse me, that's the next round I'm going to be trying as well. But this is the Federal Hydra-Shock at 85 grains. So there you go, folks. Enjoy. If you've made it this far in the video, I thank you for sticking with it and trying to get the information that I'm presenting. In the background, you can see that I have a three-dimensional 3D model here for anatomical targets. We're going to take you through 8 specific targets with the trajectories when you're fighting hand-to-hand or body-to-body with your weapon. And one thing in particular you need to note before we go into the film is that if your hand is grabbing the person and you are shooting into its torso, its head, wherever you're shooting, and you get the shot through your arm, it's not going to help you at all. So this you have to be aware of, number one. Number two, let's go into this 22-minute film on the anatomical targets, getting right into the different organs and how to affect them, the angles, the trajectories, and what's going to affect the body therein. So stay tuned. They're on the extended videos. Thanks for watching.